What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another video. And I've got kind of a off-the-wall bootleg set here that I picked up from a really nice seller on Facebook. He was kind enough to sell these to me, and before I sent them in to CAS, hopefully soon, I wanted to show them to you because they are truly not something that you see every day. I've seen the Luke for sale over here. I've seen him for sale in a bag from a seller in Germany, but I have never this is the first time I've ever seen the Darth Vader figure. And what we have here, we have a Guerra de la Galaxie 6-inch bootleg, Mexican bootlegs. And so these are 6 inches tall. We got Luke in his Jedi Knight outfit, and then we have Darth Vader with a really interesting lightsaber sword thing. And for comparison's sake, I included two of my graded Kenner figures just so you can see the size difference. They really are massive, and more in keeping with the Black Series line, the 6-inch Black Series line. But I thought you guys would like to take a look at them before I sent them off. And so these are super, super fragile. So I am not going to be manhandling these very, very much, but they are fully articulated. The legs and the arms both move. And, the plastic material, it feels very light in your hands, but it's very waxy feeling. And in terms of the era, these came out in either the late 1980s or the early 1990s. I have been unable to verify when exactly they came out. I've sent pictures of these to a number of different bootleg experts that I've met, and they all kind of agreed that the earliest they started was kind of in the late 1980s, and they seem to think that these ran until the mid 1990s before the Power of the Force 2 line came out by Hasbro / Kenner, in which case they moved over to those figures, the bootleggers did, since they were popular in stores in America. So here is Luke, and overall pretty good paint applications. He's obviously got a lot of wear on him given the age. You can see his hand there. But, like I said, the material, the plastic material is very waxy feeling, and the arms do move ever so slightly. I'm not gonna mess with them too much, but they're very tight in the joints. And, it's just a nice looking figure. The face is very, it's hand painted, obviously, and it's very cartoonish, but, the likeness is very similar to our Kenner figure here. So you can kind of take a look at the comparison there. Very cool, though. And then I'll show you a cardback in a second. This cardback is basically falling apart, so I'm not trying to handle that one too much, but the Vader cardback is a little more secure. First, let me show you his sword that he comes with. The Luke did not come with a lightsaber, but I assume he had one at some point. But the Luke one did, and let's see if I can get it to focus a little better here for you. Of course it won't focus. Of course it won't. Well, I give up. But anyway, this gives you it almost looks like a He-Man sword. And one of the bootleggers I talked to said that they were interchangeable, that a lot of bootleggers, or excuse me, a lot of the Mexican bootleg manufacturers, they also were into He-Man in the late 80s and early 90s. And oftentimes you'll see Skeletor and He-Man come with swords very similar to this. So, if you happen to see a Mexican bootleg He-Man figure, which they're all over eBay, legitimate ones, they've re-released them in terms of modern figures, modern bootlegs, but modern collectibles. I won't even give them the respect of calling the modern stuff bootlegs. I call them just modern bootleg collectibles. But anyway, if you see in the 80s or 90s He-Man figures, they'll have a sword very similar to this. And so let's take a look at the Vader now, and this one's also in excellent condition. He came with his cape, still attached, believe it or not. It's very fragile. It feels like basically a trash bag. But Vader is very cool. He's got the hand painted, obviously, and he is massive as well. Same kind of plastic material. But I'm going to get these submitted to CAS and have them encased with their cardbacks. So I think that'll look kind of cool. Let me show you what one of the cardbacks looks like. This card art is very... I might move my camera back just a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. Bear with me. The card art is very similar. You'll see this on 3 3/4 inch bootlegs as well in this era. And obviously the Cardback, it came in like a baggie. The smaller figures came in like a baggie with this kind of similar card art in a smaller piece of cardboard about, yay high, stapled to the bags. And so these are the larger Cardbacks for these 6-inch figures. And you can see kind of the art there that someone did for Vader. You got Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, C-3PO, R2, a really, really bad looking Han, and a Leia, and then a Luke in his Bespin outfit. So very cool. This one still has the original plastic that held the Darth Vader in it. So that is very cool. The back is very similar to all the bootlegs we've seen where it's just stapled and very, plain cardboard back. So, but I just couldn't pass it up. The seller gave me a very fair price, kind of in line with where they've been selling. So it's not like I got a great deal on them, but they're going to be really cool, I think, once I get those graded and kind of all encased together. I'm going to include Vader, and his sword next to him, kind of in a smaller case, and then have the Cardback behind it. So very, very cool. I just thought I'd show it to you real quick, and that's really all I had. Thanks for watching.